Welcome to Farm Talk, where we look at issues that affect agriculture and ranching here in the natural state. Brought to you by Heritage Agriculture. Here is your host, Mike Linton.
Welcome to Arkansas Farm Talk. I'm your host, Mike Linton. My guest today is Mr. Danny White with Machinery Pete. Danny, welcome to Arkansas Farm Talk.
Man, I appreciate it, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm honored to be here.
Yeah, you know, Danny, we've done a lot of business together over the years. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Absolutely. I'm originally from North Little Rock. Been here all my life and spent some time in the Army. Graduated from Henderson State University. Did about 18 years in the television business. Learned a lot about marketing, working with businesses, what makes them tick, that kind of thing. Right around 2010, I got into the ag business and learned how much different it is than any other business, and what makes them tick. And done great business with you guys, and decided to get back in.
Yeah, I mean, we've done a lot of business together throughout the years.
Yep,
I know that. What brought you back into the ag business?
Well,
I know you were in the marketing business, but what
yes.
brought you back into the ag side of it?
Well, I always knew that I wanted to get back into it. I had to leave because of the travel aspect. My mom had, taken ill and had to, take full-time care of her. And then when she passed in 2018, I actually opened up my own digital agency. Yeah. Became Google certified, Facebook certified. I did a lot with digital. And then Machinery Pete came knocking, and I said, look, you're really going to have to let me know how you do business, because I know exactly what works and what doesn't, throughout the experience at Fastline. And when they showed me, they absolutely deliver in spades, and they do it the right way. Yeah,
well, I've had a long, successful relationship with Machinery Pete, and I'm glad you're on board now. But you and I go way back. We've done a lot of business, a lot of marketing business together throughout the years.
Absolutely.
So I'm really happy that you're with Machinery Pete now.
Well, great. I'm happy that they had me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's talk about Machinery Pete, because
Sure.
A lot of people at home really don't know what Machinery Pete is, or how they got started, or what they really do. So let's talk about Machinery Pete.
Absolutely. Well, Machinery Pete is Greg Peterson.
Yes.
He started 30 years ago, just compiling, auction price data.
Yes.
And getting to know, how much, each, because as equipment ages, it, retains a certain value.
I can relate.
Yeah, absolutely, you can. And you can understand that, even on the farmer side, it's, they want to know two questions. What is my equipment worth, and what is the piece that I'm looking at worth?
Yes.
And Machinery Pete helps answer that through so many, authoritative assets that they've accumulated through Farm Journal. With his own show, Machinery Pete TV, and
yes.
His YouTube channel, hundreds of thousands of social followers, and that kind of thing. Really makes it, a trustworthy source to use. And in 2015, that came out with MachineryPete.com, and they're able to serve dealers and farmers alike. Through year, make, model, anywhere in the world, and that's pretty much what they do.
Yeah, well, I've known Greg for a long time, and I can tell you, he is known nationwide, and nobody is dialed in tighter than the used, with the used equipment market than he is. I can tell you that. What is you mentioned Farm Journal? What's the relationship with Farm Journal and other media outlets that we might recognize in the ag industry associated with Farm Journal and Machinery Pete?
Yeah, absolutely. Farm Journal started back in the 1800s. Been in the agriculture business since it started, basically. Machinery Pete has about 7 million touch points, around throughout their media outlets. You'll Pro Farmer, you'll recognize those. AgriTalk Radio, Ag Day TV show, Top Producer, drovers for cattlemen, and poultry, you name it. Any part of agriculture, they're in the middle of it, and they for sure put their stamp on it. And
our show airs on Wednesday mornings at 5:30 a.m. right before Ag Day.
Oh, good.
Yeah. That's one place that it airs.
Everybody likes to talk about Tyne Morgan. I don't know. Everybody wants to say hello to her. You know, she's a great gal, and Griffin as well.
Sure.
Know.
Well, people want to know. Like I said, they're sitting at home and they're looking for avenues for used equipment. Call one of our Heritage Agriculture locations, but also we advertise on Machine Repeat.
Yeah.
And different avenues also. But if they're also looking to know, okay, I'm looking for a piece of equipment, or I'm trying to figure out what my equipment is worth, or what is the value there. So Machine Repeat does a good job of establishing values for people.
Great, yeah, that's what I've learned. And with my digital background, I was able to really take them to task and say, what are the methods that you're using? What is the expertise? What is the authoritative, stance that you take, and what is the authority that you basically put through to show that you know exactly what you're talking about, and they do all of that, in droves. I mean, they really back up their information, and they make sure that what they're saying is. What we call white hat in the digital business.
Yeah, it's a true picture.
Absolutely.
You can really see where the market's at. We market a lot of equipment through Machine Repeat. It's been a great avenue for us to reach people not only in Arkansas, but throughout the U.S. and throughout the world. It'd really be shocking, how much equipment is moved throughout the U.S.
Yeah.
Through Machine Repeat.
Absolutely. And we're looking every day for new avenues to make sure that our pricing and our information that's available is tried and true.
Yes.
The auction data is now free on Machine Repeat for anybody to take a look at. Whatever year, make, model you're looking at, you're going to find that.
Well, they do a great job, not a good job, a great job of pulling the dealers and the buyers together.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal.
We've had a lot of phone calls. Hey, we've contacted by a customer. I'm contacted from Machine Repeat. We've got a customer interested in this piece of equipment. Notice that you've got one. Would you reach out to them or whatever? And I know they work with other dealers too, but they work really well with us.
Great. That's the whole point.
Yeah. Hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Danny White with Machine Repeat. Welcome back to Arkansas Farm Talk. I'm Danny White with Machine Repeat. We hit on Machine Repeat a little bit. Let's talk specifically, what's Machine Repeat doing in Arkansas to help farmers and ranchers?
Well, for one thing, they hired me. I've been.
Well, I got a good one.
All right.
We've been friends a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, that sure means a lot. And because I know that your reputation, is in spades. It's absolutely solid here in Arkansas. And with that experience with Fastline that I had,
thank you
really
for saying
proved
that.
you really proved your worth for sure. But I want to, definitely bring that same thing to Arkansas farmers and ranchers and dealers. Giving them different ways to reach that perfect person that's looking for that piece of equipment, because, there's so many situations that they're looking for. They know what fits their equipment. They know what implements they're going to need, and those kinds of things. So they need to see what's available, especially around close. So we're able to do it like by location, by piece of equipment, by what they farm, when they farm, all different ways that can contribute to that. And then we try to help with dealers by giving them several different options to use to reach that dealer. To reach that farmer,
that customer. Yeah,
absolutely. Because if they're looking for a particular combine, they'll take a year later or a year earlier combine if it's got 500 less hours, but they need to be able to see what's available, and make sure what shape it's in, so that we have plenty of things to show them the actual condition of the equipment, by using photos, and easy to contact the dealer. To do that, and then we give the dealer tools to make sure that they're hitting the right people, and they're hitting enough people to keep that situation efficient. So.
Yeah. Well, I know Greg operates Machine Repeat the same way we operate Heritage. Nothing's more important than our customer base.
Absolutely.
Everything is a relationship business, and our relationship with our customer base is more important than anything.
Absolutely.
We're all in the service business, and that's what I tell all of our employees that we all work together. Hey, we're in the service business. People call us for a reason. They have a want, they had a need, or they have an issue, and we're here to help them. And that's what we're here to do. And that's what Greg has always come across with me with Machine Repeat. Hey, we need some help marketing some of our equipment, in this area or that area. And he's been fantastic to work with. Like I said, you and I, we go way back. I'm excited about you joining their team because I know how well we work together and how well what a good job we've done, marketing equipment and moving equipment throughout the U.S. So I'm excited for you to be a part of that now.
Well, absolutely. And, there's so many different aspects that a dealer like you has to worry about. You got to worry about your inventory, your absorption rate, to make sure that you got enough quality people to handle all the people that are coming in.
Yes.
And so what our goal is to make it easy to do business, and to know that, there's nothing but the best intentions and nothing but the best, information to work with, because
we're in the equipment selling business, and there are buyers looking to purchase equipment. And you are sitting in the middle of the teeter-totter.
That's it.
You're the go-between.
That's it.
And I can tell you from our past experience, you're really good at it.
All right. Well,
so I'm
great.
excited about that.
Well, man, that means a lot. It means a lot. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
According to your experience, where do farmers and ranchers begin when they decide they need to buy or upgrade a piece of equipment?
Well, research shows that 92% at a bare minimum start their search on Google, really, or other search
That's my
engines.
Experience,
yeah. And because it's the way of the world. The farmers are getting younger. The technology's growing. It's definitely part of the ag community. So we invest a lot into knowledge, and what's also going to set us apart from our competitors is our user experience. When you have that much information, then you become an information curator, which means that basically you've got to be able to pull the right information at the right time, because there's nothing more than your paralysis by analysis. Basically, you get that situation to where you've got so much information that you absolutely don't know where to turn and what to do. Our job is to make that easier. We're more of a problem finder than we are a problem solver. Because if you don't know the right problem to solve, then you end up shooting in the dark a lot. So we like to carry all that information, make it very easy. At Machine Repeat, we do have a particular gentleman that does the user experience. He's the user experience manager. So his job is to absolutely curate all that information, make it very easy for your farmers and ranchers to find what they need, and to make it easy for the dealers to show what they need.
Marketing our equipment, especially here in Arkansas, brother, you're in rice country. You know that.
That's right.
Okay. So a lot of people, when you get out through the Midwest and everything else, then they're not really looking for a rice combine or something that's been in rice country because they think it's wore out or it's been overused. Well, I'm telling you, our rice farmers do a better job of taking care of their equipment than most people in the world do. And the way that the equipment is set up, it's got all the heavy built machinery in it and stuff instead of the cheaper stuff. So a lot of people are starting to look at rice equipment, rice combines, even out through the Midwest that are just straight grain farmers, because they know that piece of equipment is going to last a heck of a lot longer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
These are things that are specific to Arkansas.
Yes.
That people need to know, and why this show is so important to the ag community. And so that when folks from around, because as people will travel. People will travel 200 and 300 miles if they see the right piece of equipment.
Absolutely.
And there's so many avenues to find it, but we're looking for that ideal avenue to make sure that that farmer's going to find that, particular combine or, the planter that they need.
Bridge the gap. Bridge the gap.
Bridge the gap.
We have a lot of equipment that'll go to California because that's rice country too.
Absolutely, yeah, and they do that 24-hour farming.
Oh yeah.
So
okay.
Got to have the light kit, or excuse me, the light kit on there to do that nighttime farming like they do out there.
Sure. Yeah. Hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Danny White with Machinery Pete. Welcome back to Arkansas Farm Talk. I'm with Mr. Danny White with Machinery Pete. We've talked a lot about a lot of stuff this morning. Danny, as a dealer, other than listing my equipment for sale with you, what else does Machinery Pete do to help bridge the gap with dealers, farmers, and ranchers? That's a question.
Absolutely. We have compiled not only the most accurate and comprehensive auction data. We have the most comprehensive collection of not only Arkansas farmers, but farmers worldwide on their email. Because that's something that's, very traditional, that, no matter what hot piece of, social media is running around there, everybody still uses email. It's very accurate. The trouble is trying to get through, and breaking through to be trusted, and we feel that we've done that through all of our avenues, at Farm Journal. We take great care to make sure all of our lists are accurate, what they're farming, to make sure that, when you guys need to target a specific one, then you're able to do that with, laser focus, and, so that you're making every penny count when you spend any kind of money with us. Also, we do all kinds of sponsorships, doing virtual farm shows, doing all kinds of, Machinery Pete TV, used auction prices, all those kinds of things are important. We also have one called Dealer Talk that is emailed specific to dealers, where we interview and deal with topics that only dealers deal with, and things like that. I mean, there's all kinds of conferences and things like that y'all attend to, and you get to know each other, share tips and tricks with each other and that kind of thing. Well, this kind of takes the the in-between time, the ones that you're not able to communicate, and those are things that you deal with as dealers.
Yeah.
As
well, I know somebody sitting at home thinking, well, I'm looking for a piece of equipment. Yes, come to our Heritage website, of course. But if if you're looking for something else, contact us. And with our connection with Machinery Pete, we can contract other dealers in other parts of the country, and we can find that piece of equipment someone's looking for.
Yeah.
And that happens quite often. Like I said earlier, several times we've been contacted by representatives at Machinery Pete, hey, or had another dealer contact us, hey, you have a piece of equipment, we have a customer interested in, or vice versa, and it works out well for the dealer and for the buyer.
Yeah.
That's been a big deal.
Great.
That's been a big deal. Real quick, helping bridge the gap, since we haven't had any farm shows to check out equipment, the virtual farm shows, that seems to be the new wave of getting equipment out there to be seen. Let's talk about that just a second.
Sure. Virtual farm shows are going to be a thing of the future. I mean, you see them, here and then within the last year, and people have kind of took a stab at it because they said, well, this is something we got to do. Well, Machinery Pete went to 10 steps further and did a lot of research, online avenues and things like that. And what's going on right now is Farm Journal Field Days. You can go to farmjournalfielddays.com.
Yeah, I've watched them.
Yeah, and you can see video demos of different equipment in different situations, one that you wouldn't be able to do in a normal show.
Or maybe somebody doesn't have the time to drive across the country, or put the money in to go do that.
Absolutely.
But the virtual side, I mean, they can look on their laptop and they can watch the whole thing.
Yeah, and
it's just like being there.
Yeah, and it's great for dealers because you don't have to put all that expense into moving
the equipment around,
and
doing everything
and all
else,
that, and there's a lot of expense in that, but Machinery Pete has done, a few last year, to make sure that we're, being effective. And the last one in August of 2020, we had a survey done, and 77% of people who participated said that they actually took action from a dealer that they saw participating in the virtual farm show.
Yeah.
So that's real delivery.
Oh yeah, it is. What's some of the things Machinery Pete's working on for the future? Let's hit on that real quick.
Well, I'm glad that you brought that up, because one of the things that actually made me say, yes, absolutely, I'm going to be with Machinery Pete, is a new product called Market Data Insights, which is actually a crystal ball for a dealer to, it's going to change the way that you absolutely do business.
We've talked about it.
Yeah. And, it's one that I think will absolutely change the way that any dealer does business.
Yeah.
It's going to help you do it a lot more efficiently, and it's going to help you do it more accurately.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you personally for everything that you do to promote agriculture to the farmers and ranchers here in the natural state, and our relationship together and our relationship with Machinery Pete.
Well,
it's been a great one, and I only see things getting better and it growing and exploding.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate the opportunity, and I'll be on as often as you'll have me. I appreciate that.
I appreciate that. We'll see you next week on Arkansas Farm Talk.
Thank you for watching Arkansas Farm Talk, brought to you by Heritage Agriculture.